So as you guys know, this year there will only be 12 Friday Wisdoms, hopefully, maybe more, but I'm reducing it to once a month. Simply, I just don't have the time. Told you, it takes a lot of time to prep, and then I'd like to work on Synergy 3, growth and development, and all the other things I had to do. So. Therefore, because it's only 12, I'm constantly thinking of how to make this more entertaining and interesting. So today is one of the wisdoms like that. I hope you guys can like it. So my lovely helper Juan is going to help me. It was supposed to be Andrew, because you guys know Andrew is very entertaining, but I actually think Juan is, if not, maybe more entertaining than Andrew, but especially the topic. First time, guys, we'll be talking about money. I have never talked to you about money before. I think it's a kind of sensitive topic for everyone. It's not so maybe even professional to talk about money. But today we'll talk about money from standpoint of psychology. This is the great book. Some of the things that you'll hear today or you will read today is from this book. I highly recommend for you guys to read it. So what is the psychology of money? How are we going to look at this from this angle? In some of my presentations, I ask you guys a question. Can you buy a Ferrari? Remember, Sabina, my favorite question to you was, can you buy a Ferrari? So Sabina answered, no, I cannot buy a Ferrari. And asked her why. And she said, I cannot afford it. And my ask for her was, okay, what if you ask yourself a question, how can I afford it, right? So the same question, still you might not be able to buy it, but then the brain really starts thinking on what are you going to do? How can I afford it? If you tell your brain, no, I cannot afford it, or no, it immediately stops working. Remember, brain is very smart. All it wants to do, it wants not to work. It wants to be easy, it wants to be protected, okay? So every time you tell your brain no, everything stops. If you ask yourself, how can I afford it? It's a different story. Give you a life story. The building that we're in today, the previous owner of this building approached me and Dima many times when we start renting, buy the building. We're like, come on, Phil, it's too expensive, it's too old, it's a piece of shit. Why would we buy the building? No, buy the building. Okay. A year goes by, buy the building. Sure. Expensive. Second year goes by. Then he comes to us and says, guys, I'm selling the building. You either buy it or someone else buys it and you're out of here. And we had some things set up. We had warehouse set up. Like, imagine for us today, we have to move. Can you imagine, right? No, right? No. I'm stopping my brain of thinking. I'm not going to think, how can I move? I'm going to tell my brain no. So he said, listen, I'm selling the building. We're like, okay, we can't afford it. It's too much. And then we start thinking, okay, but how can we afford it? So we start talking to him and to the bank. And guess what he did? He's like, oh, I can't believe it, I'm doing this. He gave us a second mortgage for $200,000. Then we start talking to the bank, and you should know this guy. For this guy to give anything, it was very hard. And then the bank's like, yeah, because you're the owner occupied, there is a kind of special program we can do for you. So, okay. Long story short, we put down only $75,000 building. And that building at the time was almost $800,000 or $850,000. If we go conventional way, if we didn't think how, we would have to put almost $300,000 out of pocket. So you see, same deal, completely different scenarios, completely different. Just because we start thinking, how can we afford this? What can we do? How? We wouldn't be here today. If we didn't think this way, we wouldn't be here today, and maybe it would be completely different company, because this building really helped us grow, right? We just keep on growing and growing and growing and growing. And so this deal really made us here today. That's why we're here today. So this, I want to give you a pure real life example of thinking how versus, oh shit, 300,000 out of pocket, we can't afford that, sell it. Okay, he sells it, someone comes, kicks us out, and we're back in Fisterville, right, in the garage. And how can we grow in the garage? You can't grow, that's it. So of course, if you look really deep, it all comes from how we were growing up, right, what the parents taught us, and all of these things. So this is what the psychology of money really is. So I'm going to ask Juan to come up. Let's give him a round of applause, please, to my... And hopefully we're going to entertain you guys. So Juan pretends that he's Andrew, that he's our lead technician. He had a great week last week. And Juan, so you did really great last week. So just no strings attached, just from the bottom of my heart. I have $100 for you for that. Is that
nice?
Nice, yeah. Right? Real money. You can feel it. I mean, I'm feeling it. But if you complete, so let's pretend today's Wednesday, because if I say tomorrow, that's not gonna work. So today's Wednesday, tomorrow's Thursday. If you complete 5 service calls tomorrow I'll give you 400. What?
So I have to pick between the 100 or the 400?
Yes.
All right, give me 400 tomorrow.
So you're picking 400 tomorrow?
Yeah.
Okay. What would you guys pick? Who would pick 100 today? Okay, Sabina.
Yeah.
So we have 100 today or 400, but remember, you gotta complete 5 service calls. So who picks 100 today? Chris, $100 bills. Taras, Sabina. Tomorrow, yeah, if you complete 5 jobs, 400 for you tomorrow.
If you're not complete. If it's today 100 and tomorrow 400. What jobs? What 5 jobs?
Oh, well, come on, we're going deep. I don't know.
Work tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow's Thursday. That's why I said, let's pretend it's not Saturday tomorrow. So who's for 100? Who wants 100 today? Just Mikola, Sabina, Taras, 3. So who wants 400 tomorrow? So we have majority. So majority, oh, you guys are risky people. So majority wants 400. Sabina, why 100 today?
Because I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow.
You see, psychology, she doesn't know what's going to happen tomorrow. That feels good today, right?
Yes.
Taras, yeah, same thing? Yeah. Mikola, why 100 today? Okay. So Mikola doesn't trust me. That's what's going on. But money is real. It's still cash. Yeah.
I choose 400, but I need to know what job.
Okay. So Vova plus Vova. So majority plus Vova. Oh, guys, why 400? So we have risky people here. Is anybody else for $100? Do we have pessimists or skeptical people? Huh? Any pessimists here? No? So all risky people. We have risky company. Okay. Right? So you already see, right, the psychology. Синица в руках или журавль в небе, right? Or in English, bird in the hand or 2 in the bush, right? Versus 2 in the bush. That's actually, I looked it up. It's actual saying, right? So we have risk versus reward. I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. Maybe I don't trust you. I want to know what jobs. I want to know more information, and then I'll get it. Or 100, real 100 today. Okay. So what were you choosing for?
400.
400
Yeah.
tomorrow. Okay, hold on.
Because I think that if I were to take the 100 and then tomorrow I complete 5 jobs, I would be more mad at myself than if I just missed out on the 100.
Okay. So it sucks that Tim's not in the room, but you know that Tim and I will work on this. So he chose 400 tomorrow. So you know Tim and I work on a lot of AI stuff, right? You guys know we're in the meetings constantly. We're working on a lot of projects. We're talking to many different people in AI world, right? And all of them mention this one company that's gonna blow up very soon. So Juan, if you invest 400 today, I guarantee you end of the month $600. So almost 50% investment. So let's say you had the 100 from me, so all I need you to do is Venmo me $300 today, end of the month, you get $600. What do you think?
Guaranteed?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, sure. If it's guaranteed,
Wow, so easy. Okay. So we have invest or not invest, right? So invest or not invest. So Juan is investing. Who else would give me $300 today? Venmo. Okay. Wow, Sue. Why would you give me 300 today?
I've taken all the risk in the world.
You're taking all the risk. Ira too? You're risk taker?
You live in ads.
Uh-huh. Plus I rolled the Tims in there, right? Said, Tim and I, right? We did all the research. You didn't even ask the name of the company. You don't care? You don't want to know?
You said it's guaranteed. Yeah.
Okay. I'm guaranteeing it. Okay. Who else? Yeah? You Venmo me. I'll give you 600 at the end of the month. You would Venmo me $300? I mean, I'm guaranteeing it, but.
I need that in writing.
Oh, now we're talking. Okay, good. You need that in writing. Notarized or no?
Yes.
Notary? Okay, and the notary. There we go. All right. Who else? Sabina's skeptical.
I'll go for it.
You'll go for it? So Venmo, guys. Let's start Venmo. Let's make this phone beep. Let me hear those Venmo beeps. Cash App, whatever. I take them all. Probably not Bitcoin today because yeah. But anything liquid, yes. Who would not invest? I mean, we only heard a few people. Who would not invest? Who doesn't want to make $600 at the end of the month? Do you have any? Alex, would you invest? Okay, Alex would invest. Who would not invest? Please. Oh, Vova, okay. You don't trust me, Vova? My guarantee is not good enough for you? You don't trust you don't trust Tim, the guy that puts 60 hours, sits in every... Huh? Huh?
For what?
A stock. It's AI stock. It's gonna pop. I did all the research. I did all the work for you. You don't have to do anything. You just have to Venmo me $300. Why not?
What are you getting out of it?
I mean, it's gonna pop more than what I'm gonna give him. According to me, it's gonna grow more than 100% in the next month. So only one person. Alyosha, would you give me $300?
Я бы хотел. Я дам, но не надо profit.
Okay, Alyosha would just give me $300. He said, I don't care about the profit. I would just give it to you. All right, guys. So we classic scenario, right? We had kind of illusion of 400, right? They're right here. You can almost feel them. But then it's illusion. It's tomorrow. And then now I'm asking, send me the real money, right? Like, okay, you're going to get it tomorrow. So technically, there's no risk for Juan because in his mind, he's getting it tomorrow. So he's not risking anything. But now I'm asking today, send me real money, right? And then we see what who's made of what, right? When we get talking about real money. And then risk, same thing, risk versus reward. Who do you trust, right? Do you trust who's telling you this, right? And that's why I throw Tim in there for credibility, right? I wish he'd be here. I want him to nod like, yeah, we did all the research, yeah. What company name? Doesn't matter. Just send me the money, right? No, it does matter, right? I would like to see that in writing. So point of this is they're all psychology. All of us have different psychology, and that's absolutely fine. There's I actually would like, I like Ian's way. That's the best way, right? Put that in writing, freaking notarize it. Why? Because you can take that to court. Right now it's a promissory note. promissory note, you can take it to small claims court and say, hey, this guy promised me, he notarized it, where is my money, right? So, thank you, Juan. Guys, what I have for you, Okay, in 360 app, 360 Synergy, all of you now can upload this document. I decided to be truthful with myself and not waste paper, okay? So all of you can upload it. It's a new feature. Once you upload it, you can use an app. It's no longer will block you. So I'm just gonna roll through these questions. I thought about maybe we'll do it together, but it's okay. You guys can do it at home. But it's, again, made for us to think about psychology of the money. So this dude in the book says, no one's crazy. What we think about the money is almost certainly not the same way others think about it. Again, you saw it today. Take any example, many different psychologists, right? Many different ways of thinking. So, and he wants us to do this exercise. Hey, I thought this was crazy, and you write this down. What do you think was crazy that someone else did, right, with their money? Because, and then you write this, right? You might say, well, I think it's crazy Alex spent all this money on supplements because supplements don't work, right? That would be one of the examples, right? What are some things you have done with the money that others consider crazy, but you don't? So I'll answer the same question. To me, buying all the supplements makes perfect sense, like absolutely perfect. I'm very positive about this, but others think it's crazy, right? Or for me, I don't know. I know that's not about the money, but is this gonna? Oh, perfect. It's gonna move. Never enough. So it's another point of, again, risk versus reward. Don't risk what you have and need for the things you don't have and you don't need. This is actually very deep phrase if you think about it. So many people would risk stuff that they already have and they really need for something they don't need. And then he wants us to do this exercise. I or someone close to me risked blah, 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 which was not needed because blah, 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 blah. Maybe you know someone who, I don't know, bought a second house, couldn't afford it, lost second house, and maybe lost the first house because he couldn't afford the second one, but in reality, he didn't really need it, right? Moving goalposts. The hardest financial skill per this person is getting the goalposts to stop moving. Do you know what is enough? And if yes, what is it for you? So basically, what number is enough, right? And he uses, it's actually very cool, again, guys, very cool book. He uses a story of some guy back in the day in the stock market. I think he made, let's say, 100 million. And back in the day, 100 million is probably like billions today. And he didn't stop. He didn't say it's enough. He continued to invest, continued to risk, and lost it all, and then committed suicide. So, right, Sabina, you know someone like that?
Sure.
Right? Because he couldn't take the shame. Imagine, right? You're on the top of the world. You probably have servants. People serve you shit on the platter. Maybe you don't have a helicopter or private jet, but you had something back in the day, and then you broke. And then it's very shameful, right? Because you risk it all, and you lost it. So there's a couple stories like that. Big one, social comparison. Have you compared yourself to others in a financial sense? Given that this is a battle that can never be won, how can you approach this differently? I mentioned that a few times, right? When Bezos thought he is going to be the richest probably person in the world ever, and then comes Elon Musk, and then Bezos is not the richest. He was probably very angry, right? So even on that level, there might be always someone richer, right? So if you keep comparing yourself to someone else, you can you can never win, right? You might be king of something here. You go to New York. In New York, you're a homeless person, even with millions, right? You're nobody, because most of the people are billionaires there. And then another cool thing, the guys, that it's very interesting is he talks about obviously savings and compounding. Everybody knows Buffett, right? We don't have to explain who Buffett is. But did you know that Buffett, his real billions came way after he was 60 years old? And he started very early. He started when he was a teenager. So if he started a little bit later, and if he would quit at 60, he would still have a lot of money, but he would never had these, 84, 85 billion that he had. And it's all because of compounding interest. So this is a cool website called moneychimp.com. And the first thing when you go on our website, you'll see is a compounding interest calculator, meaning that it calculates, for example, you say, hey, I want to save 500 every month. Okay. And then for how long would you like to save it? For next 20 years. And then you put, what do you think the interest you're going to get? I mean, and that is the biggest factor. But still, if you look at, for example, S&P 500 index, it's above 10% for many, many, many years. It's well above 10%. So you can put conservatively 7, 8, 9, 10%. And you see, if you don't touch this money, if you continue to invest for 20 years, even the smallest amount, you don't think it makes difference. Once you put that in the calculator, you will see that it makes all the difference in the world. And Buffett is that perfect example. So I urge you, for those who have kids, for those who have teenagers, I urge you, I'm going to do it myself as soon as my son is eligible. By the way, he turns 16 today. So I'm expecting, thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, way to go. And first thing when he's 18, first thing when he can have these accounts, I'm opening investment account for him. And I'm going to contribute something every month, and I will really push him to start contributing every month, because every year on that calculator matters. And that's what I want you guys to do. If anything, if you want to take out of today's presentation, check this calculator, play with the amounts no matter how small you think they are, and look at the end of, let's say, your work life, right? It's usually 65 when work life ends. See how much you can save, and see how much this will give. And again, percentage is the biggest fluctuator, yes. But still, even with very conservative numbers, it's still much more than you think. I think Voa was already checking, right, Voa? How much you will have at the end of, you're not? Okay, or Christina was checking. Guys, this is it. This book is not expensive. Again, I recommend you. Cool stories about some famous people, some not famous people, but I wanted to present money to you in this way, in the way of how it works with the psychology. And you have this in the app. You can exercise, try to answer those questions. Because once we put something on the paper, you might be surprised what your answers will be. And that's it. And again, thank you to Juan. Let's give Juan a round of applause, please.